Hi, how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from SkyGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Continuing with my series on the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son album by Iron Maiden, of course. And this lesson, if you don't recognize it already, or hopefully you do, Can I Play with Madness? Probably my favorite track from the album. Obviously, one of the most commercially successful tracks from the entire album when it was released as a single. Got a lot of great fun riffs in this to play. I know you're going to enjoy learning how to play this. If you are enjoying this series, or in fact if you're new to my channel and you've just seen this whole series I'm doing on the Seventh Son, you want to see more, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell, and as soon as I post anything new, you'll be notified about it immediately. Anyway, let's get straight into the lesson and let me show you how to play Can I Play with Madness by Iron Maiden. So don't go away.
Preview.
Now, first thing I want to actually mention in this song, obviously two guitars. At the time we had Adrian Smith and we had Dave Murray, and Yannick Gear still hadn't appeared on the scene this time. In the album track, the two guitars play separate lines. What I just did at the beginning is an actual combination of the two guitar lines. So what I want to do is just quickly mention how you can play if you want to play it individually, but really, you're playing this song by yourself. You want to know how to play all the parts together. So that's where the main focus is at. I am going to be covering all the various parts and have a look at the guitar solo as well. But first of all, let's just talk about the first guitar. Now, the first guitar has probably got the easy job on this because all you're going to be doing is just playing 16th notes for 16 bars. You're just going to go, oops, let me get some volume. You're just going to be doing. Simple as that. You just keep that playing. The second guitar, now he's got a series of chords to play. He's going to be playing a D, just a standard D. And then he plays a C add 9 chord. We'll be holding down two fingers on 3rd fret on the B string and 3rd fret on the high E string. And we're also holding down 3rd fret on the A string. We are going to be muting out the D on this because it's already been played by the second guitar. Now at the beginning section, you're going to play that twice. And then you're going to play a G chord. So all you're going to do is just move up that second finger to 3rd fret on the low E and drop your first finger down on 2nd fret on the G. Now at that, you're going to also use your whammy bar. So far we've got this. Then we've got this little kind of ending part with the chords where we're playing from a D sus to a D. And an easy way to play the D sus4, you've got your standard D chord. You're just going to drop your little finger on 3rd fret of the high E. So you get this, and then down to the D. So it goes. Now, if we put that all together for the second guitar, you get. Still quite easy. Now, really though, what you want to be doing is combining the two elements together. So let's kind of break this down, what you're going to be doing. So you would open up with a D chord. And then you would continue to play your 16 notes. We go. And then we play this. Then you got 4 16ths. And then your C again. And then your G with the whammy bar. So if we play that through, from there we hit the main part of the verse. And it's kind of a simplified version of what you're doing because you're not going to play that C chord twice. You're just going to play the D. So that's how you play it through your verse. Very easy again, but again, making sure you've got the mute. So you're just playing them D, C, G, and then back to that line again. Now, what I want to do is show you how we approach into the chorus section next. So we're taking one bar, we're going to enter that D. Now where we do that, we're going to come in and we hit a D. Now instead of going to that D sus4, we go to an A. So we put that all together, we would get this. So we're going to start off on a B5 chord, so we're playing 2 on the A and 4 on the D and G. And that's your rhythm throughout this little section. Down, 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 down. So we play the B5 for one measure, one bar. Then we move to a G5, which is 3 on the lower E and 5 and 5 on the A and D. Move up to a D5 on the A string, so we're going to play 5 on the A and 7 and 7 on the D and G. And then we move down to an A. Now we just hit that once, so we go down. And we've got this little line that follows this. And the way we play that, we're going to play 4 on the G string, and then 3 on the B, to 2 on the B, back to 4, 4 on the G, 2 on the G, finishing on 4 on the D. Then we move back to our B5 chord, across to the G5. Now we're going to play an E sus4 chord. So all we do is we put in 2 on the A, 2 on the D, and also 2 on the G. And then we change to a standard E, so we get this down. And we hit the E just once, and then we got this little root, which is open E string to 2 on the E, to 3 on the E, and then open A, 2 on the A, and open A. And then we repeat the whole of that section again, so we get to the B5. And then we go back to our B5, to a G5, and then we do this. So we exit the chorus the same way we enter. We're doing that D to the A, D, and we go back into another verse. Now behind the chorus line on the main guitar, the second guitar is playing this little kind of melody line behind it. So I'll just break it down bit by bit. So I'll play the first part. So what we're doing, we're pedaling backwards and forwards on the 14th fret of the G. So we start 14th fret on G, go into 15th fret on the B, back to 14 G, to 17 on the B, back to 14 on G, up to 19 on the B, and back to 14. So we do that 3 times, and then we've got this little line, which is identical to what she was playing there. So what we're playing 14 again, and then we do 15 on the B, 14 on the B, 16 on G, 14 on G, and then 16, 16. So far we get this. Now we go back and we repeat that opening section again, this little pedal point riff, 2 times. And then we have this, where we pedaling from this time, we go 17 on the B to 14 on the G twice. And then we do 17 on the B to 13 on the G. So we would get this. Followed by this little line that we're going to play. Which again, similar to what we played down here. So we're going to be playing 14 on the D. 16, 17, then we cross over to G, 14, 16, and then back to 14. So let's put all this together. Then we go back and we repeat that first section again. And then we're going to play that last little part, but we don't do the steps between the 17 and the 14. So we just go. And then it's back to. And then back into the verse. So that's the melody line that's played by the second guitar through the chorus sections. Now we'll look at the interlude section. I'll play the first part through and then we'll break you down. So we start off by sliding on the A string up to the 7th fret. And then we've got another series of 7s. And then I'm going to play a 7 with a pull off to 5 on the A. And then go into 7 on the E string. And then we go to a G power chord. Then we repeat. And then to an A. And we repeat that all over again. Now the next part is very, very similar to what we just played, just in a different position. So it's got the same phrasing, but this time we're going to be sliding on to 5 on a D. So I'm moving into 5D, pulling off to 3D, to 5A, and then a B flat 5. So I'm on 1st fret on the A and 3 and 3 on the D and G. Repeat. E flat to a C, so it's 3 and 5, and a repeat. And that is the interlude, which takes us to the guitar solo. Right, let's have a look at the solo. I'll play it section by section and then we'll break it down. So here's the first one. So what we're doing there, we've got a full tone bend on 15th fret on the high E string. And then we're going to play 15 on the high E with a little finger, still keeping the bend there. And then we've got 2 more on the 15 with full tone bends. And we play 15 again, and then release it down and pull off to 12 on the B. So far we've got. And then we play 15 on the high E. We've got 2 15s with a slow release and a 15 at the end on it. All together. Let's have a look at the second phrase. So what we're doing there, we're on 2nd fret now, we're right down the other end of the guitar. We've got a whole tone bend on 2nd fret on the G string. Another bend. And then we do a pull off from 2, back on to open string, back to 2. And we repeat it, but this time we put 2 on the end. So we get... So it's kind of just driving. Next line, we're going to go leaping right to the other end of the guitar. We're going to start right up here on the 21st fret on the G string, and we're going to go 21 on the G, crossing over to 20 on the B, 22 on the B, and then a full tone bend, release, back down to 22, and then pull off to 20. And then we're going to cross over to 22 on the high E, which is my last fret on the guitar. So we play 22, then a full tone bend, 2 on then. Put it all together. Right, in this part of the solo, this is where the band joins in with the crashes over a G chord. Now for this next part, we're just going to be playing over a G minor pentatonic, a G blues pentatonic scale. So we've just got this line. So you get... So the line is on 17 on the on the D string, crossing over to the 15 on the G, 17, and then we do a bend up and release, pull back to the 17, and then 2 17s, back to 15. Next one goes back to the crashes again. All I'm doing now, I'm just holding down on 3 on the D, 3 on the G, and 3 on the B. So the next one, or the final one, is going to be another crash. And then it's just a pick scrape. All the way down, and then we go into the approach to a chorus. And then he's back into a chorus section. So we've covered all of the sections of the song and also the second guitar parts that are in there. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed the lesson. I really love this song. It's a fun song to play. Some really cool bits of playing it. And the solo's a fun one. It's not too difficult, just a fun solo. A lot of theatrics going on in that. Well, I am going to leave you and let you start going through it. I probably will be including the tablature for this. Pretty straightforward, so I might just put that as a link for you down in the description at the bottom. Don't forget, if you did enjoy the lesson, click on that subscribe button, click on the bell, that way you'll be notified whenever I'm posting any more. This is the penultimate one. The next one up is the title track, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Big song. So looking forward to getting into that and be able to record it and show you how to play it. Well, until the next time, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Wishing you well, appreciate your company as always, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, goodbye.